What I don't like is getting used to you again. You get used to someone and you can't let go. Look at you. You're quite comfy. Yeah. Like another pillow. Well, it's the last time as far as I'm concerned. It is, Frank, I mean it. You've got to make up your mind.
I told you. I'm 40 years old, so my service time is nearly up. But if I'm taken on for another 5... It's when you like, where you like.
You don't even get out of bed to say it. What's wrong with you and me deciding like normal people?
Oh, they've got to take me on again. They've just got to. Then it means more of everything.
And if you don't?
Don't?
Get taken on in the Navy.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
So where does that leave me? Sometimes I think you're all like children. You've been in the Navy for years and years and years, and you haven't even thought what you're going to do when you get out. You haven't, have you?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Well, it's not good enough for me, Frank.
Matron's on the wards this morning. We have got a sad on.
Doesn't it ever occur to you that perhaps, just as a remote possibility, I might like to think of getting married? But don't get out of bed, will you? No inconvenience. Don't lift a finger. You don't want to go back on board with eye strain. Any expression on your face that doesn't say if, but, or maybe, and you'll exhaust yourself.
Where have you been? Rent a mouth?
Leave the key!
Harrison? Like the suit, Harrison. Jolly good. Nothing like an elegant ship's company. Carry on. Radio, Hoppy. Right.
Mail's aboard, and the skipper wants to see 1100 in his cabin.
Sure. Ever thought what you'd do if you had to go outside?
Me? I've only just signed on again. Look, the recommendations you'll get from the skipper, they couldn't turn you down. They couldn't.
Well, doesn't only depend on him. Depends on lots of things. Your face has to have fitted in a lot of places.
God, come 1100, you'll be laughing.
Yeah. Well, you won't get the report done worrying about me, will you?
Morning, Monty. What's new? Not very good, I'm afraid, sir. It's Commander Murton and Boadicea. The paint. Paint? Well, number one asked the base supply officer for green deck paint, but all they've got left is black. I rather gather Commander Murton collared the lot.
Murky. He would. We should have got the demands in earlier.
Oh, we did, sir, but I understand Commander Murton and the base supply officer are chums.
Ah, yes, they've both done the naval attaché bit. But in Murky's case, it's a bit of a come-down for him to be at sea at all, just as a favour from time to time. What else is there?
You've seen the letter from Admiralty about Heron?
Yes, I'm seeing him at 1100.
And there's an invitation from Garrison ashore. We're invited.
Army do.
Yes, the buzz is that one of Commander Murton's exes will be there. Her brother's fleet operations officer Northwood.
Peggy Carter.
Yes, sir. Do you know her?
Only by repute.
Will you be coming, sir?
Sounds a bit torrid.
Oh, that's the lot, sir.
I'd like to see Niall's face when he gets his nasty black paint. Withdrawn, chap, isn't he?
Withdrawn? Nialls?
Never lets his hair down. Awfully competent, of course. It's not enough, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Not exactly.
I can't help feeling the wrong sort of chap gets on these days. It's rather as if there's a race of accountants being bred. There's no dash or style anymore. The machines are eating us up, Willie. All the fun's gone out of things.
It's a different navy.
Something has passed, Willie. And where it has gone to, I do not know.
Master.
Oh, all right.
What's up with the Geordie?
Oh, he's up for another 5. Been like a girl before the wedding all forenoon.
Blimey, he's bound to get it, isn't he? Oh, Frank. I was with him in Ganges, you know. Yeah. He was an instructor boy there. Well, real pusser he was then. They used to put him on the mast to straighten it out. Nah, he's bound to get took on. He's bound to.
I don't know, Adgy.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I was Philip, mate, I'd have him on the yacht.
Thank you, Jenkins.
Thank you, sir.
Come in, Master. What'll it be, gin or scotch?
No, thank you, sir.
Oh, come on.
I'd rather not, sir.
Well, sit down then.
Thank you, sir.
In every case, there's an application for extended service, as you probably know. A board at Admiralty considers the service record of the applicant. A man's career is very thoroughly surveyed and gone into. That isn't the only thing, however. Our primary consideration must be the needs of the service.
You've always been straight with me, sir. There's no need to flannel.
For everything that happens, there's a reason, Master.
It's no, isn't it, sir? My application for extended service has been turned down.
Yes.
Bloody knew somehow. I just did. I will have that drink now, sir, if you don't mind.
Cheers.
You see, I know what it is. There's one ropey report in my file. I put up a real black once.
Yes, I noticed that.
And that must have done it. One black in 25 years. I had it read to me once. Unsatisfactory in many respects.
This isn't like you, Master.
Preyed on me then. You know, when I was a petty officer, I could have gone in for a commission. I'd have been able to stay in at least another 5 years as an officer.
And why didn't you?
I didn't fancy the wardroom, all the people in it, then. Oh, I made a mistake, all right. I thought a civvy yacht was being provisioned out of ship's stores, and I jumped in before I had proof.
You mean provisions were being stolen?
Yes, a big gaff-rigged yawl lying alongside. I got choked off pretty severe. Half the wardroom thought I was too swift. I got the cold shoulder. There was a two-ringer running the show, but it went off his back like water.
I don't think you better go on in this vein.
His name was Murton. Him, in the Boadicea, across the way from us now. He gave me a report I'd never had before or since.
Yes, well, this is old ships now, a long time ago.
Yes.
My advice to you is not to let one setback colour your whole service career.
I didn't, sir.
I tell you, frankly, I could never have run this ship in the same spirit if you hadn't been here. And in every respect, you've had a successful career.
It's easy to say that from where you're sitting. But I haven't got a service career anymore. Sir.
Yes?
Excuse me, sir.
No, it's all right, Derek. The master and I had just finished.
Sir. How do you take it?
Not very well. He had a 264 once that wasn't up to much. Just one. A run-in with an officer. I didn't attempt to get to the bottom of it. I was so surprised at his attitude. He just changed in front of me.
When was this, sir?
Oh, years ago. Curious thing is, we know the chap. Murky. Oh, what a morning. What a bloody morning. I think I won't go to this garrison do.
Tell you the absolute truth, Hoppy. The reason I gave La Carter the slip was that she got too clausy. Marriage is not for me, do you follow?
I think I do so just.
So what I thought was I'd give her a bit of a whirl for the sake of appearances, and then I'm pushing off up to Willie's.
Willis?
The flag lieutenant. Now, what I thought you might do was, well, offload. Not exactly the word, but there are times when a commanding officer must be able to count in his first lieutenant. What?
Me, sir, with Miss Carter.
Yes, I'll be very grateful.
But it's out of the question, sir.
What?
Oh, it's not my scene, sir.
You mean you're not going?
No, sir.
But the Admiral will be there.
Sorry, sir.
Don't you like parties, Hoppy?
I find it all very juvenile, sir.
I'm not at all sure that's not a criticism of me, Hopwood.
Quite unintended, sir. Excuse me, sir. The Master at Arms is waiting outside with the customs lists. He wants to go over to here.
Juvenile. The whole essence of the service.
Yes?
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Tug.
Fancy a run ashore tonight? It's like a mad ass over with us. Murky's not speaking to him and the jimmy fell out again. Hey, what's up?
I've had it.
Hey?
Turned down.
Well, you're 5.
Yeah.
You turned down?
I just heard.
Bet you've been the Blue Eyes aboard here. Oh, they must be full up. They must have too many. Yeah, what you need is a drink. I was going to give the Nebraska a look over.
How'd you get on, Master?
Not now, Edge.
I'll see you later then.
Huh?
The Nebraska.
Yeah, I'll bet it.
Make it early.
Secure and to dinner.
Are you sure you invited Boadicea's captain?
Commander Murton, but of course.
And he said he'd come?
Well, you never can tell with old Murky, you know. Why, do you know?
Very well.
Very nearly put my foot in it there, didn't I?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, nothing.
Oh, just a minute. Hello, Clive.
Peggy!
Doing your thing again? Slipping away?
Not at all.
Good. Well, there's no dinner here.
Oh, is there not?
I thought we might go up to the Rock, as we used to.
Haven't you heard? Closed. It's being redecorated.
I don't think I could stand any of your little jokes tonight. Look, I want to talk to you seriously.
Hello, sir. Niles, Beaumont, excuse me.
Good evening, Murky. What's the for?
I particularly wanted to tell you I've heard from Percy Keene in Moscow.
So now you know where you are. You're not left wondering anymore. Well, I've come to a decision too. I'm leaving this. I've been abroad long enough. Look, you've had a bump. All right, leave it behind you. Don't brood.
After 25 years.
All right, you've got to change your ideas. We all have to, Frank. You have to, I have to. The important thing is to stay on your feet.
Yeah.
Well, it is. Anyway, now you know where you stand, don't you?
I know what I bloody feel.
I didn't mean that. I'm going home, too.
All smiles. Very bright and chipper.
What does that mean? Leave it alone, Frank. The Navy. You finished with it. And it's finished with you. Now forget it.
Just like that?
Yes. Now, haven't you got anything to say to me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't usually bring all my troubles ashore.
Oh, never mind that. What have you got to say to me, Frank?
Well, I haven't got anything to say to you.
I said, I'm going home, too.
Well, what do you want me to do? Oh, God. All right, listen.
Listen to what? You don't want the Navy, you want another mother. Look, you make up your mind and then you come to me and not before. I've been around long enough that I've got feelings, you know, feelings like people have.
Yeah, well, let's go and have a drink.
Why?
Well, I said I'd meet Wilson.
Wilson?
Yeah, you know, old Tug, he's an old shipmate.
And what am I?
Maura, come on.
What do you want me to do, spell it out? I will not be left hanging about for you to make up your mind. I'm telling you, I'm finished with you, Frank, finished.
Look, I told Tug we'd meet him.
You told Tug? It's everything, isn't it? Everything. And nothing. And now it's what will people say? Well, go on cry on his shoulder. Mine's reserved. I just happen to go for men. You know, the sort who don't need uniforms to tell me what they are, master. Oh, poor old Tug.
If it happened to anyone else, I think it jolly funny. She keeps turning up. It's not just place to place, it's continent to continent.
You must have what it takes, Murky. Why don't you just tell her?
Have. Says I don't know my own mind.
Oh, Clive, the Major has invited us to dinner. I said you might like to come.
Well, I am rather tied up.
Don't lie, Murky.
Not here, Peggy.
Where then?
For goodness sake, don't make a scene.
Why not?
Because I couldn't stand it. Excuse me. Flag officer just right.
I don't believe we've met. Niles, hero. You're Miss Carter, I believe.
Niles. You were a year behind my brother at Dartmouth.
Well, what's the
I
thought?
was.
Are we going up to the Rock or not?
Oh, couldn't we just leave it for a moment?
Well, we do have to book, you know.
Nonsense. There's always wrong.
For 2 or 3.
Are you booking a table or a bed?
Well, that depends on what turns you on. Just keep me pretty.
You are a little trier. I'll see you later. I think I'm try.
If only she'd leave.
Murky, could you and I have a chat?
Anything, old chap.
You were in the Hesperus in 1965. What do you remember about an RPO called Heron?
Shop.
I'm afraid so.
You think you've got problems? You haven't begun. You think what my last 2 years have been like? 2 years of play acting. Gloves. Visiting cards. Scent. You know, Murky.
Hello, Master. What are you going to have?
Anybody ask you to come in here?
Whatever you say, chap was too swift and overstepped the mark.
Well, he thinks the report he got then has been held against him.
Quite right. If these chaps are not up to scratch, they've got to go. Well, good Lord, he practically accused me of stealing. Can you imagine that?
Perhaps he misunderstood.
Can't have masters at arms who misunderstand. That's all there is to it. The Admiralty are not fools, you know. And I'm very surprised that you should think they are.
One mistake, just one mistake. You're done for. Oh, what am I gonna do when I go outside, Tug? Traffic warden, kept in uniform all his life. How many sea jobs have you had in the past 10 years?
Me?
Yeah, you. I've been at sea nearly all the time. 3 lots of general service in the Far East.
Oh, come off it, Frank. That was what you wanted.
Yeah. Well, I was wrong, wasn't I?
Smashing run ashore. Sick all over me number ones. Lost me paybook.
You can stuff that.
Oh, come on,
I said
Frank.
stuff it. Jack my hearty. I've had you and all.
Have another drink.
I will get my own. If I met him now, I'd really give him the rough edge of my tongue. I'd really put him on the square. If anyone needs it going over, he does. His bloody voice.
I'll tell you what you want to do. Pack it up.
Look at you. You've been pusser so long, it stinks.
Where are you going?
Why? What are you going to do about it? Eh? I'm surprised you don't go ashore with him. He likes a smart lad.
Come on, Frank!
Bit of a tiger, are we? Huh? Bit of a tiger.
Quite a bit. Well, how is it that you... Oh, here's Miss Carter.
Well, Clive?
I'd much prefer it if you went on about the Major.
My God, you're selfish.
Perhaps I'll pop up later.
And a liar.
Thanks, darling.
You've no understanding of people's feelings. And more than that, you're mean. Yes, mean. What's the matter with you? I've got the Major to come. It won't cost you a sou. Look at you, just standing there. You're not only mean, you're a dreadful bootlicker. It's a kind of vulgarity you have. Oh, you fraud! Come on.
Isn't it awful?
What the hell is going on here? Derek, sort it out. Chuck him out. Get him out.
Murky.
It's all right. I'm over the worst. She can terrorize the Major. What was all that about?
Oh, that, thank you. That was just some drunken civilian man.
Awful do this, what? Have you noticed how the Army never makes?
The Army?
Yes. I thought of going on up to Willie's. Won't you come?
Well...
You know, I've quite revised my judgment on you tonight. Welcome your company.
All right.
Splendid. Are you leaking, Derek? You're buzzing about like a fly in the wrong eggs.
No, sir. Everything all right? Yes, sir. I'm, going on up to the Flag Lieutenant's with Commander Murton.
You needn't worry, Derek. All right, Willie?
So, could I have a quick word, Derek? I must...
Marquis, bloody Murton. You went, with Murky, up to the Flag Lieutenant's.
What happened to Heron?
Well, Boadicea's master had followed him. Caught up with him, took him back on board. It all seemed to be covered up all right, sir. You, didn't tell Murky, did you?
No. Something else happened. What's up? Murky something. We had some serious drinking, and Murky... I can't remember. You know, the odd thing is, the moment I felt myself getting sorry for Murky, I knew instinctively it was dangerous.
Wilson, do you realize where we are?
Gibraltar, sir.
Yes, where exactly?
In the pen, sir.
We are within sight of the flag officer's window, Wilson.
Oh, yes, sir.
Then why do our working parties look as if they're on a knocking shop detail? Clamp down, man. Especially on the brow, caps and things. I want a torch ship, Wilson. A torch ship.
Aye, aye, sir.
Good run last night?
Uneventful, sir.
Good. I want you to take this letter and deliver it personally to Commander Nialls on board Hero. Be grateful, Wilson. There are still men of daring to command you.
Aye, aye, sir.
500 quid, sir. 500. Didn't agree to it, sir.
I must have, but I've never bet 500 quid in my life on anything.
You couldn't have agreed to it.
I remember me saying that we'd get home before him. No bother. Murky saying, are you prepared to bet on it?
500 pounds.
Oh, Murky's been taking people to the laundry for years, and if I went over there now, he'd get as much pleasure in my trying to get out of it as he would in winning.
What are you going to do about it, sir?
There's only one thing I can do. Get home before him.
Leave that till later.
Shan't be a sec.
I said leave it.
You're lucky I followed you last night. If you'd got hold of Murky, you could say goodbye to even traffic warden. And Maura, what about her?
Maura?
She rang me this morning. Now, what have you done there?
I don't know.
Listen, if it hadn't been for your skipper and the number one, you'd have been up for contempt.
Well, I was up to here with it.
It's more than that, Frank.
Look, who else knows about it?
Murky doesn't. Apart from your skipper and the number one, it's just me and Dadge.
Dadge?
Trying to get somebody to bring you in over the brow. And what's happened to you, man? Maura's going home. You'd better write.
Yeah.
Surely if they were on a bender, Murky wouldn't hold him to it. You know him? No.
I'll take it from me. It's on.
Excuse me, sir. I've been hearing something about a fast passage home. Is it all right if we go below normal limits on fuel consumption?
No. I don't want any more rules broken.
Well, then it is on, sir.
Just prepare me a passage at economical speed.
It's on.
If you're serious, sir, I better get the pilot to lay off a course.
Tic-tacs.
Flag officer, sir.
Oh. Oh, blast. He, wants to see me before we slip.
Why?
No, it couldn't be. He couldn't know about Heron. Shouldn't take more than 20 minutes.
We slip in 20 minutes, sir.
I shan't be long.
Ask the harbour master if we can slip now.
Well, dear, 12 o'clock, sir. My eyes are still ashore.
The exigencies of the service are not my responsibility, number one. At 1200 we move. No wet nursing. Slower stern port.
Slow stern port.
Port 10.
Port 10. 10 of port well up.
Now then, chaps. It's tally what's it? What?
Where's the flag lieutenant?
He's just gone down the corridor, sir. He won't be long.
Well, he sent for me.
He'll be back immediately, sir.
What on earth is he doing? Flag officer couldn't have found out.
Flag officer wouldn't bother with a thing like that himself.
What's the picture?
I want to know where the flag lieutenant is, and I want to know now.
All I know is, sir, he just went down the corridor.
Is the Admiral here?
No, sir.
He's not here, then where is he?
He's playing tennis with the BSO, sir.
Tennis?
Yes, sir. He generally does on a Wednesday.
Hello, sir. Oh, my God, I've got a head this morning. What can I do for you? Search me.
Well, he can't want me on the tennis court. Who sent it? It's your office.
Well, I recognize the writing. It's the BSO's.
Murky.
What?
Murky, bloody Murton. He must have put him up to it. Now he's got nearly an hour's start.
Oh, well, you've had it then.
I want to make a phone call.
Phone call?
To Peggy Carter.
Peggy Carter? But
Do you
she's
think just for once you could pull your finger out, Willie?
I've rung on 30 Revolution, sir. Obey telegraph's been passed. Special sea dutymen are closed up.
Very good.
With an hour's start at high speed, she'll be about 30 miles away, and she's bound to have opened up.
I think we'd better just take the ship to sea, pilot.
Aye, aye, sir.
Let go stern rope and back spring.
Right. This will be a good exercise for us all in discipline.
Slow ahead port. Starboard 10.
Slow ahead port, starboard 10.
Starboard 10, master at arms.
Starboard 10, sir. Sorry, sir. 10 on starboard wheel on, sir. Port engine slow ahead.
Sharpen up in the wheelhouse. If that happens again, I'll have a change of crew down there.
I should think he's cast off now, doing his little bit.
With a high start, he hasn't got much of a chance, then.
I didn't think it was part of the rules to give him a chance. Dear boy, when one plays for keeps, one simply can't let one's mind run on traditional lines.
Yes?
I just wanted to check, sir. You've ordered 14 knots.
Yes.
Less than half speed.
Yes.
Are we even going to make a go of it, sir?
Yes.
I'm afraid I don't quite understand, sir.
Know the course and the speed. See that they're both maintained.
Aye, aye, sir.
What do you want? Presentation clock.
Oh, well, of course, if it's like that.
It is.
Master at arms, Captain Cannon.
I come to tell you that nobody knows how you've come aboard, except Wilson and me. Oh, and nobody will know either. And you'll never catch me putting my hat on with an old shipmate. Never.
Come in. I've a number of things to say to you, Heron. Quite a number. I don't mind telling you I have a clear view of my duty, that I should proceed formally against you. What kind of example are you to junior rates, to anybody at all? Have you nothing to say?
I'm sorry, sir.
You're sorry? Is there an explanation?
I was drunk, sir.
Would you stand before a court-martial and say that? How many times have you stood at my table and heard that piffling excuse from some ordinary seaman? You're a master-at-arms man! And all you can say is you were drunk. Might as well now give my mind to this Commander Murton business. As I understand it, if you'd had any evidence of theft or a breach of the regulations, you would have proceeded with it. But you had no such evidence at any time, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So you were wrong then?
Yes, sir.
But not as wrong as you were last night. What you attempted was inexcusable. Don't you see that?
Yes, sir.
Then why? And you have nothing to say. Not one word, except that you were... There's no need for me to mince my words. Your conduct has made me review every opinion I ever formed of you. Here's what I said last. A first-class senior rate in all respects. He is the very best type of master-at-arms. Firm, fair, good-humored, and well-respected by seniors and juniors alike. Well-respected. He has the best interests of the service at heart at all times. That phrase reoccurs in most of these reports, except one. Unsatisfactory in many respects. Is too inclined to jump to hasty conclusions.
I know that one by heart, sir.
After last night, there's no doubt in my mind which of these reports is the more accurate. No doubt at all. But what I cannot for the life of me understand is how this side of you comes to the fore now. What is it, man? How can you stand there and say nothing?
It's going outside, sir. I'm dead leery of it.
Leery?
I'm scared, sir. I've been in the Navy since I was 15. What am I going to do, sir? I've always been pusser. Well, except for...
Except for last night. Yes. And you admit you were in the wrong?
Yes, sir.
Totally in the wrong?
Yes, sir.
And Commander Murton?
I could never prove anything, sir.
So you were wrong about that as well?
I could never prove anything, sir.
Heron, there is nothing unnatural in disliking people. Nothing at all. It's human. But there is law. There are procedures, rules. You broke those rules last night, and you must have broken them before. Admit it.
Makes no difference, sir. I've still got to go outside.
And that's the main thing?
Yes, sir.
Then I pity you. If you can go to pieces because of something that happened donkeys years ago, and there's one man you dislike, enough to make you risk a court-martial, what's going to happen to you outside?
I don't know. Sir.
The ratio of dislikable people is far greater outside the Navy than in it. You'll not be wet-nursed by Queen's regulations in civilian life. There are even people who laugh at you for entertaining any ideas of loyalty.
I don't know, sir. You see, I don't know about anything when it comes to it outside.
So what are you going to do? Give up? Moan? Find another chip? Perhaps it'll be me next time.
No, sir.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know, sir. I can't think straight. I don't know where I am in my mind. Sir.
I'll tell you what to do. Firstly, though it had occurred to me that I should proceed formally against you, I have decided against that. For your sake and for the sake of the service.
Thank you, sir.
But that's not enough. You have to stand on your own feet, man. What about the blokes you've served with? Now, you've let them down. What do you think about them?
The best blokes in the world, sir?
Because we're choosy. We damn well have to be. We don't have anybody in this lot. It's made us what we are, and we can face anything afterwards, anything at all, because of what we've been.
I believe that too, sir.
Then you have to live by what you believe. That's all I can give you. Except to say that I've never doubted you have what it takes. Even now, I've made mistakes myself.
Came like a blow to the jaw, sir. Floored me.
The floor was no place for you, Master. It's the same for all of us. I've got to go outside sometime, too. So we have to be experts at getting up off the floor. All of us.
Well, I'll come round in time, I expect, sir. Thanks. Would it be in order, sir, for me to request to remain in Hero till the end of this commission?
I'll take advice on that. Carry on then, Master.
Sir.
Oh, the, Boadicea is ahead of us at the moment. You know about that?
Well, I've heard the buzz, sir.
Well, I'll tell you something. With a bit of luck, she is not going to get home before us. I've done my best to fix him.
I'll drink to that, sir.
There we are. Finisterre. Jolly good asparagus to be had thereabouts. Did you know? Oh, well, we can't all be mines of information, I suppose.
Probably won't see him before he ties up.
My guess is he'll turn off Washington and drive straight in.
Probably, sir.
In which case, we want to be well out of the way.
Out of the way?
I don't even want to see him on radar. Got to be lost.
Lost?
Yes. I don't want to be anywhere near that corner of the bay. Certainly not in the approaches to the channel when he is.
I know all about it. The only thing I have available is the Boadicea, which is in the area. It's either her or Hero, but since Boadicea is nearer, I'll send her. Yes, I'll do it now. About your oil slick signal, make to Boadicea, divert and investigate. Repeat separately to Hero and add. Always glad to do a favor for a lady.
I suppose you've come to apologize. I haven't felt that I've exactly carried you with me for some time.
I'm very sorry, sir.
What is it?
Signal from Fleet Operations Officer Northwood, sir.
Oh? Divert and investigate? They can't. They can't do it. It's an errand boy's job.
Perhaps they thought you were rather good at investigating oil slicks, sir.
Don't be a fool, Hobbit. What about the bet, man?
Quite against Queen's regulations, sir. Perhaps you'd accept that as my official view.
Yes. Fleet Ops, sir. Boadicea, divert and investigate an oil slick.
Yes?
As it ends, always glad to do a favor for a lady, sir.
Good. Now we can start winding on some revolutions.
Yes, sir, but what does it mean, sir?
It means Fleet Operations have found a convenient chore for him.
Sir?
Well, I didn't tell you before because I didn't want to raise your hopes, but the gamble was that Fleet Operations could find Murky a job in the Channel.
Did you ring Fleet Ops and Jib?
No, not him. His sister.
Sister?
I took a leaf out of Murky's book and had a quiet word in what you might call the right quarter.
Peggy Carter? Peggy Carter.
Pilot, go up to 26 knots. Yes.
At HMS Boadicea, sir. Entering harbour now.
Splendid.
Right. Fight the still. Carry on.
Well done. Very formidable, Fuller.
Thank you, Master.
Make it quite clear that you are there to speak personally to the captain. And under my instructions, you brought the satchel.
Yes, Master.
And if Commander Murton asks why the satchel, what are you going to say?
The captain rather thought he'd pay in cash, Master.
Like to see his face, sir.
Oh, I think we'll give the master that pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Carry on.
Sir.
So, not going to keep the money, of course, sir.
You must be joking. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have a little party. We have a few goodbyes to say.
Blue eyes again, then, eh? Heard from your party. Telegram.
That's private.
Murky coming to the wedding. All the lads.
Just me.
About time. He's a smasher.
Well, on the whole, not a bad way to end a foreign run.